buildings, working in restaurants, did retail, lifeguard for the city. So that's a pretty big deal, worked for the USPS. He got good at them all, but was basically not satisfied at all. With how the hot headedness of the New York City attitude is, right. So it was he had to find his own way, and he found himself. He found himself losing friends, family, time, and basically a place to live. So uh, he was basically house hopping in his 20s to now having his own place all for himself with the help of Vida Divina. And obviously, this opportunity wasn't chosen by his sponsor and the way we say, his dad in the business, Saul Tepicila. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I present to you our special guest, Vida Divina leader, Andres Cuevas. Andres, the floor is yours, my friend.
Awesome. All right. How's everybody doing tonight? Can you hear me? All right. Cool. Awesome. Thank you for that warm introduction, David. I really appreciate it. Just like he said, we met in Las Vegas. It was definitely a wonderful experience. I had a chance to see what the event was about, get the life experience and the energy from everyone that was around me. So they gave me they filled me up with the joy and possibilities that was possible of actually building something that you can do on your own. Because I had, as David has said a little bit about my story, but I'm gonna give you some of the timeline breakdowns on how in my early 20s is when I was doing the USPS. But before I got into my 20s, I did the lifeguarding from about the age of 16 to 22. So I definitely did that during the summer years. Did the USPS, that only lasted for a couple of months because it was a lot of mail and a lot of people just yelling at you all different times of the day. And then I did contract work, special work, security work in private buildings, public buildings, all the way to the point where I had definitely lost my way and lost connections with people because I was so tunnel visioned on just trying to get the money and try to find my way that I lost myself in the process. So that's always kind of scary at the same time. And realizing that I had lost myself in the process of working in the New York City area, getting hot-headed, quick with the temper, ready to fight, always on edge. It definitely brought a lot of rough edges around me where people were like, he's a little too jagged to be around because he's straight to the point and he has no filter. So, and realizing that I had cut off a lot of friends, I had cut off a lot of family, I had cut off my time for myself, not realizing that I was cutting off my own blessings by being so rough-edged and so jagged around the edges as I was going through life living in New York. On top of that, I've made a lot of wrong decisions in my life, which cost me a lot of time with people that I also knew. And within that process of losing that time, I lost time of how I became an early father figure. And being an early father, a single father, actually, it definitely opens your eyes and mind to a lot of different things that you never thought was possible. It was one of those things that life just gave you a quick slap in the face and you're just going, okay, this is real. This is really real. And it got to the point where I was house hopping in my late 20s, even into my early 30s, actually. I was house hopping to where I had finally hit like the lowest point of my life while still being a single father, where I had lost confidence in my own voice. I had lost confidence on what I was doing wrong with my life. I was living on my best friend's couch with my daughter. So it was to a point where I was like, I do not want to go through this. I do not want to put my daughter through this because she deserves more. She deserves better. She deserves the life that I saw as I was growing up to enjoy family, friends, and memories. And, the person who introduced me to this company, my Vida Divina father figure to the industry, Mr. Saul Tapizia, who was my role model, my inspiration, my go-to for things that I need to get done and make sure that my mind is clear, focused, and if I have any troubles or trials or tribulations, I can always go to him and ask him about the things that I need to get done. And thankfully for him helping me out, it's gotten me to not just tunnel vision, but focus on the things that I wanted to get done and focus on what's really most important. What's really most important is what he had shown me, which is what I've been reaching for, which probably a lot of us right here, right now are looking for. And what I'm going to share with you is what he shared with me. So if you just give me a quick second, I'm just going to share my screen and just share with you what got me to where I am, so that way I can feel a little bit more happier about my life, and I'm a lot more happy with my life actually. So if you guys see it, just give me a thumbs up, and great. Cool. So what helped me out in the long run was definitely this company called Vida Divina. And our slogan is in Spanish. It's called Divine Life. And if you can see that, you see the globe, but you also see the wings wrapped around it. And you know, when we all think of angels, we think of divineness, healthiness, things of being of one nature, as well as things being whole. So when he showed me this, live healthy, live wealthy, live free, I was like, that's everything in one right there. And he said, yeah. So, and he said, I'm going to introduce you to the person who showed me how to live healthy, live wealthy, and live free. And then this is where I met David in Las Vegas, where I had a chance to meet this gentleman right here, Mr. Amon Puyat, founder and CEO of Vida Divina. He's been documented as an 8-figure network marketer. So he's built industries from different areas, and he's proof that this industry works. He's an icon industry as well in associations of network marketing, such as events as GoPro, which I also had a chance and the blessing to have a chance to be in the be listening in to the GoPro event, and I got my tickets for next year as well. He's consulted in 20 different network marketing companies and helped grow them. So, and he's also known in this industry as the MLM guru. And his hashtag that he goes with is lead with love. And the reason why he started is because if he's able to help other industries, why not be able to build his own? So this is where he came up with the idea of starting it up, and all because of certain situations that happened in his life that led to this point. But before we get into those situations, let's talk about where it came from and when it started, which was in 2016. This is our world headquarters in Ontario, California. This is our manufacturing warehouse and order processing center. We've gotten so big within the last 5 years, we had to open not one, but 2 manufacturing and warehousing centers. And we ship to over 50 different countries. Just to give you a glimpse of what it looks like on the inside, as you can see the picture all the way to your right, that's the inside, that's the lounge where you have red pillows, red couches. Hey, you could talk to your guests, you could talk to your customers. You can introduce them to different products that you can see. As you can see on the photo underneath it is our Cafe Divina area. You can also see to the left in the middle, the outside of our facility, and the inside, which is the theater that seats over 600 people, you know? And we've gotten so big so far in the last 5 years. These are just some of the countries that we have been able to expand into: Colombia, Costa Rica, Dominican Republic, Ecuador, El Salvador, Ghana, guys, Mexico, Panama, and Peru, and many more. We're looking to open up into a country near you, depending on where you are, depending on where you rest your head and where you want to travel. We are looking to expand there, here, everywhere. Now, the reason why we've been able to expand so much is because the documentation beats anything of information, right? So our company accomplishments is that we have been voted direct selling compensation plan for business for home 2 years, and we're looking to go on to the 3rd year. How's that looking for you? And then in 2019, we had only 7 affiliates. 2020, 2021, we're up to 12, 13 affiliates that are in the GoPro Millionaire Hall of Fame, which means in 1 calendar year, this person or you have had the chance to make $1 million in 1 calendar year. In 2019, we were voted number 60. We were voted number 61 in the direct selling news global in 100 top companies, and we're climbing up even more. Plus, we're classified as a AAA opportunity, which AAA means it's probably the best of the best, right? For Business for Home, you can check us out. Look us up on businessforhome.org. Vote for us. Let us know how you feel about our company and how much we're expanding. And if you have any more questions about the company, please speak to the person who invited you to learn more about the information of the company's expansion. So the reason why we've expanded so quickly in the last 5 years is probably because of these 5 individual categories. These are multi-billion-dollar industries, guys. The home-based business, which we all definitely heard about it and caught a buzz of it in our ear, thanks to 2020 with a lot of the pandemic that's been happening, which also tied into the health and wellness area, which also tied into the weight loss area, which also ties into the skincare, beauty. But we also realized that coffee and tea is $1 billion industry in itself. If you look on the very bottom, 2.25 billion cups are consumed daily on just tea and coffee. Now, the reason why we've gotten so big and so well known around the world is because our founder, Armand Puyol, has a long-standing history and his overall health benefits through these three ancient, powerful Asian mushrooms. But what we're going to speak on is basically the number one main one that you find in every single product that we have. It's called the reishi mushroom. So if you go to Google, you'll find over 3.3 million different results on how Ganoderma lucidum, which is the scientific name, has so many benefits and beneficiaries that go along to the product that we consume and take in. Now, if you take it and crush it up, you'll have a tremendous amount of antioxidants that you're going to be feeding into your body. But if you don't trust Google, trust the PubMed.gov. Over 2,000 results of benefits that comes with the reishi mushroom. But the one thing you'll find in every single one of those search engines is the adaptogen and how it's known as the king of the herbs. It supports normal bodily functions, boosts your resistance to stress and your immune system, has phytonutrients and antioxidants. The reason why we have become the number one and why we use these particular mushrooms because of this lovely young woman, Dr. Esther Ramos. She is also the co-founder, lead formulator, and chief product officer, but she is the reason why Armand Puyol has a long-standing history with these these three, and particularly one, ancient Asian mushrooms. She actually created some mushrooms and some products together to give to him because he had a degenerative disease 6 years before he opened the company. The doctor said he only had 6 months to live. So she did what she did as a loving wife that any loving wife would do, and nurture their husband as well as make sure he's healthy and being able to move to the next day. And since then, they put their powerful brains together and opened up this industry. So since she knew about these ancient Asian mushrooms and she already gave it to him, they put the brain powers together and came up with the products that we are going to be seeing here. Some of which you probably may not see on the slide right away, which I actually have on with me, such as the foundation. You can see it's great for all the females to wear and put it on their skin. It adapts to any skin color. You have the lip gloss, which different colors, they pop, everybody. When they pop, I mean, they pop on these women's lips. And we have the liquid gold, which is very fundamental, which I have a history with because my nephew, who was 4 years old, had suffered some skin condition, dry, scaly, itchy skin. I put this on his skin for 1 week during the pandemic of 2020. You don't understand the satisfaction that you get from a 4-year-old when he runs up to you and he says, Tia, I'm not scratching anymore. I'm not bleeding anymore. So as soon as I found this, and whenever he sees this bottle, he's always asking, is that for me, Theo? I said, yep, this is for you. On top of that, we have soap. That's right. That's a soap bar right there. And it smells good. Plus, you get a little bag on the inside that comes along with it. Oh, my daughter loves it. On top of that, we have the supplement line, the full line premium supplements. As you can see, reading all the way down, which not all of them are here, but we're going to touch on a few, such as the youth. You want to feel younger, if you're feeling like you can't move certain body areas quite as much, take some of that. I'm pretty sure you'll start feeling a little more youthful after that. Some of the brain, if you need time to focus, to get some things clarified, and if you know you're having one of that brain fog moments where maybe you didn't have enough sleep, you didn't have enough food in your system, this will help sharpen that focus to get to that goal that you want to get to. On top of that, we have the Ignite, we have the Ouch, which is one of my favorites, because if you ever happen to have an injury or a long-term injury, if you need to break through those painful areas, but you need the healing properties as well, that Ouch is very, very good. On top of that, in the weight loss area, this is where we have a very particular area of supplements that actually help cater to the body, where if you're looking to lose a couple pounds, These right here will help out very much. But if you're looking to lose double digits, just ask any affiliate that's within our company about the HCG and Life and the meal plans that's put together where you can lose up to double digits per month. As you can see, we also have the Cheat and the CX90. They're pretty much the same. The only difference is that with the Cheat, it's in capsule form, so you can open it and add it to your food if you wish. Or if you're going to go out and you don't want to take the capsule, but you want to have a small bottle, you can sprinkle on top of your popcorn, maybe on top of your steak, maybe on top of that buttered potatoes. Some good stuff, right? And if you want to block the sugars, the carbs, the fats that you're going to be taking in for that particular day, just sprinkle a little bit on top of your food. And if you want to be able to lose a little bit while you're sleeping, but also having that ultra relaxed sleep where you can actually have a full night's rest, Sleep and Lose is the way to go. I have to say, Ignite is one of my favorites. When I know I'm going to have some spaghetti and meatballs or you're going to have some steak, Ignite works really well, and you definitely feel a difference when it goes through your system. On top of that, if you're someone who's going to be moving up and about, like our friend David, he's up, always moving up and about, got things to do, traveling different areas, helping a lot of different people. There's not that many times where you can have a chance to eat something on the go, just as the people who work in Wall Street. They don't have time to eat. So why not give this to yourself and be able to treat yourself for all the fruits and veggies in one serving? We have 5 different flavors. We have cookies and cream, we have banana, strawberry, chocolate, and vanilla, all served with reishi mushroom inside of it. Plus, we have the extracts. Now, the extracts is formulated to where it's made to take the mushroom itself, and you get the 100%. You get the exact potency of what you need from whatever particular mushroom that you want to use. Whether it's for memory, like I use for lion's mane, reishi for boosting your immune system, turkey tail, tremella, mitake. Just ask any associate about the benefits of these particular mushrooms, and most of these particular mushrooms you'll find in our products as well. The reishi spore oil. Oh, this one I have a good history with, because the 7 spore oils that come with this is definitely one to take for the books. I have a wonderful night's sleep after having just one of these spore oils. But the reason these spore oils are so good, because remember our mom had that big mushroom when he was standing out, when we had 3 of those mushrooms that we were talking about? Well, it's like taking one of those mushrooms, 2.5 pounds of it, and crushing it and condensing it into one spore capsule. That one spore capsule has over 500 milligrams of gel inside that one capsule. So it's like taking the reishi extract boost in a gel form. Now remember the coffee and tea area? 2.25 billion cups consumed on a daily basis. It's $1 trillion industry. Well, why not jump into it, right? But did you know that there are 2 types of commercialized coffee beans? There's the Robusta and there's the Arabica coffee beans. Coffee is the second most traded commodity in the world and is known as the biggest social habit. Luckily for us, we don't put the cheap stuff in our products. We use the Arabica coffee beans, the #1 best-selling, higher tasting, better quality tasting coffee beans. And the best part is, every single coffee that we have is infused with Arabica coffee beans and infused with the reishi mushroom. As I said, coffee and tea work hand in hand. Tea is the second most consumed beverage in the world, next to water. Some people don't necessarily like just water. They need to have something with a little bit more flavor. So if you like drinking tea or coffee, did you know that in tea alone, there's over 25,000 cups consumed every second? Why not get a slice of that pie, right? And the most consumed teas that we know of is the black tea and the green tea. Yes, we have that infused with reishi mushroom as well, and we have that within our product line. So this is just a quick look at what we have. From left to right, we have the hazelnut, which is infused with the reishi, hot chocolate, which is very good right about now, especially for the Northeast area, where people are just maybe not in for coffee, but they need something hot and something nutritious, something with a little bit of flavor. This is where the hot chocolate comes in. But if you want a little bit of caffeine with the hot chocolate flavor, go for the mocha. Then you have the cappuccino, we have the latte, just regular latte. Then you have we have 3 performance-ing coffees, but I'm gonna go over 2 particularly right here. As you can see with the Tomcat and the Sculpt. The Tomcat Ali, I get a lot of testimonials in terms of the Tonkat Ali, where you need that extra energy that you need to get throughout the day, especially if you're going into lunch and you get that itis, you get real extra tired. Drop one of those in for your lunch. I guarantee you'll pick up for the rest of the day. Sculpt Black, just as it says. If you're looking to cut some of that fat, you're looking to cut some of your appetite, sculpt your body out the way you want it to look, have some of that Sculpt Black. And even the black coffee itself is Arabica coffee beans and is infused with the reishi mushroom. As I said before, with the tea, we have the black tea and the green tea. But if you're looking to have Sculpt, not just straight black, but a little bit of non-dairy creamer with a little sweetener to it, try our Sculpt Latte. It tastes really good and does the same thing that the Sculpt Black does, but with a different taste. And the grandfather of them all, the flagship product, the one that started it all, from Dr. Esther Ramos to Armand Pouillot, this right here, Vida Divina. This is the #1 body filtrated tea that's actually revolutionary, that you're going to hear around the world at some point. I've spoken to people in Jamaica and they go, "You're talking about Vida Divina?" I go, "Yes, you've heard about it?" They say, "Yeah, I heard about it all over the place around here." I said, "Whoa, it's growing. You better get on it quick before you get left behind." So this tea right here is 12 active ingredients, no sugar, no caffeine, and it has a bunch of antioxidants in it, but it's a powerful pack of herbs and nutrients that your body's going to be yearning more for. Take it from my daughter's perspective. She loves it. Every time she sees it, she's like, "Is that tea?" I said, "Yes, it is." But since that's all of the products that we have, and there's going to be more that's coming on, because I definitely saw some previews of some more products that's coming in. I'm excited to see about those. But let's jump into the area that got me even more excited, which is where my Vida Divina father, who showed me how this company works and why it's been voted #1 in the compensation plan for Business from Home. And if you look on Business from Home right now, I'm sure you'll find this at the very top. This is the rewards plan. But before I go any further, I have to let you know of the income disclaimer. These illustrations is for educational purposes and is not to intend as a serve as guaranteed of income. Success in this business requires hard work and dedication and good sales skills, which we will teach you. An average participant in this business earns between $500 and $2,000 a year. Some earn less, while some earn much more. So if you're looking to earn much more, thank you for staying with us this long. And these are the 5 steps our founder and CEO has showed us how he got to his 8-figure earning. Is basically these 5 steps. When you have product, prospect, follow-up, and sort. When you have these 5 steps and you follow them to the T without skipping any one of them, you'll see how you'll have customers lining up for more product. You'll have prospects who are looking to become business partners with you. But it all starts with step 1. Do you have product? And when you have some product on you, now you're ready to prospect. And then when you're ready to prospect, you can follow up with the people who you have introduced the company to and the product to. And then when you follow up with them, then it's a matter of who's going to be your hand-in-hand partner and who's going to be your customer partner. Once you have those 2 pointed out, just do it all over again. And there's no limit to how many people you can introduce. But there are ways on how we get paid. And there's more than one. There's more than one way for you to get paid. There's several ways. There are over 12 ways that we get paid. But I'm going to go over just the first few to get into it, just to show you what we're talking about. As you can see here, the simplest ways I'm introducing you to is the 50-50-50 plan. The 50-50 plan is basically where you start off with #1, 50% on the retail profit. Oh, there we go. Your retail profit starts at 50%. Why start at 50%? Because as a representative, when you say yes to yourself and you invest into your business and you invest into making your life a little bit better than what it was in 2020, 2021, you're going to get a retail profit of at least 50% for the products that you have. So here, let's go for example. We have 6 teas right here that comes in a pack. Your retail profit starts at 50%. So if you want to retail it, say you have a customer who's looking to lose 1 to 3 pounds. Well, you have a tea right here that you can actually share with them, and you get a retail profit that you can retail to other people out there for at least $20. You make a 50% markup. If you wish, you can make 60%, maybe even 75% markup. It's up to you. It is your business. On top of that, you get a website where people who want to purchase the products go to your particular website, and the company pays you for sharing the product with your customers. Now you get paid 50% of the point value per product that is on the website. How good is that? So that means you're at least bare minimum making at least $20 per product. That's 50% part one, 50% part two, the fast track bonus. Now you may have some people that are a little bit more ambitious than just the customers. These people are like, you know what? You're making an extra income from this. How can I be a part of this? I want to invest in myself. I want to invest into my business and be able to make the income. Matter of fact, I know I can do this better than you. Show me how to get started. Well, there's 4 packages, which I will go over later on in the slides. But out of those 4 packages, you will get the Vida Divina tea. And because that person decided to pick one of those 4 packages, the person who has shared the information with them is going to get paid 50% of that particular package. And there's no limit to how many people you can share this opportunity to. You can do 5 people, 10 people, 1,000 people, 1,000,000 people. It's really up to you. You can do 3 people if you want to. You can do 2 people if you want to, and just stick with those 2 people and just take over the business in the English market, because we are this small compared to everywhere else. And then there's the third 50, the biggest 50. This is the one where people are making the buku bucks. 50% on this is when you have someone who's in the industry. Let's say you have Tom, and let's say you have Jerry, for instance. Now, Tom and Jerry, they are both hardworking people, and they are looking to make an extra income for themselves. But as you're showing Tom and Jerry how to make it, Tom's looking to make an extra income. He works full-time at his job, and he's been able to make an income. And you're helping him in building his business, and he's making an extra, say, just to start off, $500. So he's making an extra $500 per month on top of the help that you've already given him, and he's already working full-time at his job. I'm sure he's enjoying the fact he's making an extra $500. But because you have shown Tom how to make that extra $500 on a part-time basis, the company says, wow, Tom, you're doing really well. You're sharing your industry with a lot of people, and you're making an extra $500. Keep up the good work. Here's your pay for sharing your information with other people. But you had showed Tom how to make that $500 per month. So we're gonna pay you for showing him an extra $250, which is half of the $500. Now you have Jerry. He's a little bit more ambitious. This guy is about, you know what? I know I got more time than you. I got more experience than you. I know I can go out there and talk to more people than you. I'm gonna take over this industry better than you. And you're like, okay, let's go. Let's work together. Let's get this thing done. So Jerry goes out, and he's really ambitious. So he's already blown past whatever that you're trying to make, or he's just trying to make extra $2,000 per month. How's that sound? You've helped Jerry make an extra $2,000 per month with this industry on the 5 steps to success. So because you showed Jerry how to build his industry and his business, the company's going to pay him $2,000 because that's the earnings that he made. That's the customers that he's been able to acquire and share the opportunity with other people. Why not? It's fair. But because you've shown Jerry how to make $2,000, 50% of that, as the company recognizes it as your matching bonus, because you showed him directly, they're going to pay you an extra $1,000. So they're not going to touch Jerry's $2,000. They're not going to touch Tom's $500, but you get half for showing each one of them how to build it, which in turns to you makes an extra $1,250. Because $250 plus $1,000, $1,200, how's that look to you for only sharing with 2 people? And that's only 2 people. What if you did 5 people? What if you did 10 people? And you showed it, yeah, maybe someone's doing $20. Maybe someone's doing $2,000 again. Maybe someone's doing $700. Maybe someone's doing $800. It doesn't matter how many people you show, as long as you share the opportunity with them and you get to make the money and rake in all the 50% that you want. That's some of the areas that we are in, guys. This is just one. This is just one of the 12 ways to earn. As you can see here, there's 12 ways to earn. You have a website that's going to do all the work for you, and they're going to drop the shipments from the warehouse to the customer. So you don't have to worry about using your product and bringing it to them. However, if you do happen to have product on hand, that also means cash in demand. Another one of the areas that we actually get a bonus for. As you start climbing up in the ranks, when you hit the affiliate shade and you maintain it, you're able to have, the company's willing to pay you a $500 bonus to the Mercedes-Benz of your lease or purchase within the 3 years of the current make and model. Vida Divina is willing to help you out just for sharing the business and sharing opportunity with other people. Why not, right? And it has to be in Vida Divina red. I have no problem with red. Red is my favorite. On top of that, if you like to travel, as you start climbing up in the ranks and you're sharing other people the business and you're climbing up to rose gold, pearl, or diamond, you get lifestyle rewards, guys. You get a chance to travel. You get the training from the CEO in California with the rose gold. You get training in Pearl Retreat. You get to travel on a boat and get a lifestyle. You get to go to Bora Bora or these wonderful places that are offshore, off the map as a diamond. It doesn't stop there, guys. It's gonna keep going. It's gonna keep building. It's gonna get bigger and better. On top of that, if you're curious on say, okay, so we understand that you're gonna make money and you get to make money, but how does the money get to me? Does it come in checks? Well, you can have it in a card. We can use it anywhere around the world because we have our own card, guys. We can actually use it and spend our money anywhere we want because we don't owe the banks anything. If you don't want to use the card, that's completely fine. You can have it directly deposited to your account or to your card, whichever one you wish. Just make sure you put in the information possible so that way the money comes to you and not to someone else. But I think it'd be best if you had your own Vida Divina card, so when you take it out and you flash it and people go, what's that? You say, oh, this is my business card. On top of that, you get to track the businesses. You get to anywhere you go. I am not home right now. I am with family somewhere else. David is out doing something else. He's doing other things. He's expanding in different areas. You can take your business anywhere. You can check your business anywhere. You can have the basic version where you can see a few things, or you can do the premium version where you get to send videos, check up on your customers, check up on the orders, and see what was ordered. It's a very useful tool. And on top of that, we have our Tuesday and Thursday trainings and events. This is where you get to absorb all the information about the company, the product, the skills, and how the 5 steps of success have been so beneficial to the people that we have that's involved in the industry. On top of that, if you know someone who is bilingual or is Spanish speaking, we have Spanish overall trainings and overviews on Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays in the mornings, and Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays in the evening. As I said before, in step 2 of the 50-50-50, there are 4 starter packages. These are them. With each one of these starter packages, you get a certain amount of Tea Divina because it's the easiest one to process and also retail, and you get the quickest refund for it possible. You get the basic pack, business builder pack, retailer pack, and the retailer pro pack. Either one you choose, you're gonna have a retail cash profit. From the basic pack, you get $225 profit. From the business builder pack, you get a $620 profit. From the retailer pack, if you retail each bag individually, you get a $1,240 profit. If you do the retail pack pro, which if you have a retail pack pro mindset, don't worry, you're gonna have people here who's gonna help you out as well, especially the person who introduced this to you. Ask them about how you can make the most profit from your retail pack, especially your retailer pack pro, guys. So if you have a couple questions about yourself where, will this work for you? Well, if you are at least over 5 months old, then I'm sure this will work for you because this is something that's definitely helping people, especially children. I can speak personally for my daughter who's only 7 years old and has been drinking this tea. It's been helping her out. Is it simple? It's very simple. Is it easy? It's not so necessarily easy, but it is simple enough where anybody can do it if you just put a little effort and hard work into it. And can you do it? Well, I came from living off of my best friend couch and house hopping to where now I have focus, where I actually now have my own place, my own bills. I'm sure anybody out there can do it, especially if you need extra help. Any one of us who's here can help you out to that next level, that next step. You just have to have an open mind, an open heart to be able to say, I'm willing to listen. And if you said yes to any one of these, then this is where I can say you must decide on where you get started. As a customer, you want to try the tea? By all means. You want to try the soap? by all means. You want to try the oil, the lean meal shakes? By all means, try it. However, ask the person who introduced you to this company how you can get your hands on trying any one of these 1, 2, 3, or 5 products. And if you're someone who's a little bit more ambitious, you want to be an affiliate who's interested in making a little extra money, talk to the person who also introduced you to the industry, because they will give you the keynotes on how to get started. And if you're an entrepreneur, I'm sure you can't wait for me to just hush my mouth up, close the app, and talk to the person who invited you, because you're ready to get things going. You want to be like, how can I get this on my doorstep? How did that help his nephew with his skin? How good does that soap really smell? It smells really good. And our CEO, Armand Puyard, and our co-founder, Dr. Esther Ramos, we're looking for more people to promote on magazines and get the word out there. But from myself, as well as from David's perspective, from David, as well as my Vida Divina father, Saul Tapazina, and our CEO, thank you for considering Vida Divina as your health, wellness, and lifestyle goals. And remember to always, always lead with love. And that's our slogan. I just want to say thank you guys for being here, for taking the time out, especially of our busy holiday. And Happy New Year to everybody, and great seeing you guys here. And I turn it back over to you, Dave. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Wow. Fantastic job. Sorry, just my little nephew just didn't know that he was in the Zoom. That just made me laugh. I'm so sorry. Fantastic job, Andres. You did an amazing job. Very detailed presentation. I mean, like, I was just having a conversation with Arturo, my brother-in-law, like how important it is of having different people on these calls, because everybody has a different approach on the business opportunity, on the presentation, and it's amazing. I've heard it from so many different people already, and Melania has her own take, and I have my own take. Latasha has her own take, and you have your own little signature to it. And it was a fantastic call. Thank you very much. I really appreciated that, and I hope that everybody else look at all the love and that you're getting here in the chat. So take time, take a look at this. But I just wanted to go ahead and let you go ahead and close this Zoom room. I'm going to pass you on the host, and you can close the Zoom room just by giving us a little what would you say to everybody that's just finishing the year? What would you recommend? Everybody's, since we're finishing the year, how would we, go on with starting 2022 strong, focused? Give us something, and you can go again, close the room. Okay, thank you very much. That's all for me. Happy New Year for everybody, and I'm just the floor is yours, my friend. One second. Thank you, the host, one more time. There you go.
All right. So one thing I would say for anyone who's new here to take home with you, you got to have an open mind. And there's one thing that I've learned from one of our double diamonds, Albert, wasn't it? Albert? Yeah, Albert. He says, if nothing changes, nothing changes. Because I've been there where you're in like that depressive state. You're in that depression mindset, and all you do is just keep thinking about it and thinking about it and thinking about it, and all you do is think. That's the only thing you're doing. Is there any action being done? And if it wasn't for that time of taking action and realizing myself that all I'm doing is thinking, and things are just getting worse, I have to apply some action in order to do it. And there was a point in time where I even seen my health start to downgrade as well, where I had to change what I was ingesting, where I had to change what I was thinking about having to put inside my body, because my temple is what shows to everybody. Whatever I put in is going to show to everybody. And luckily enough, thankfully, with this tea, where it's helped my health, my daughter's health, even people who I don't even know, it's helped with their health and how it's changed their lives for the better. You just have to be able to be willing to take in at least 2% of some new information. If you could take 2% of some new information in, then you'll be surprised on how much more information you can learn when you just take that little open door. Just walk through the door a little bit. And if you're at that point where things are just not where they should be, but you always want something better, then you have to realize by stepping away from what you are already doing, it's going to be better than still doing what it is what you've already been doing. So, as he said, if nothing changes, nothing changes. And if you're stuck up here, it's going to be hard to get out of here. Because I've been there. I was there for a couple of years, actually, and that's where I had lost time. And when you're without taking any action, nothing changes. That's something I can definitely say. It's not just the fact that the business, but I'm thankful that the business has been able to help me find my voice again. Because there was a point in time I was even scared to talk to people because there was times I was scaring people with my voice, and I didn't want to do that. And it definitely it cut deep for me because I didn't understand my voice until I got more involved in this industry and I was able to focus more on myself. And with focusing more on myself is where I was able to now have my car, my bills, my place to stay. And with the guidance that I've gotten with the people who want more success from me, I mean, like that's the greatest support structure you could ever have. Versus when you're out there in the world, especially in New York City, no one's out there to support you. No one wants to support you. They got enough problems themselves just trying to get on the train to go to work. And when you see that day in, day out, it takes a toll. But if you're not working towards a different goal, you'll just stay in that mindset of just thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking. And then when you're stuck in thinking, 2 years, 3 years, 10 years go by and you're like, why didn't I do something? That's one thing I can definitely say and share with everybody is stop thinking, open your mind, open your heart, listen to people who want to help you to succeed and see where it can go and take you from there. Because sometimes one open door can open 6 other doors. And then you have options rather than you have to. There's nothing worse than having to go through you have to and realizing then realizing you have options. And when you have options, life's a lot easier. Life's a lot easier when you have options than just staying into where you have to. So that's just one thing I wanted to share with you guys. And thank you for taking the time for listening. Other than that, take care of yourselves. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And if I don't see you at the top, I'll see you guys from the top.